Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Millennia. Now, my first Millennia recorded game didn't. I guess the audio kept going in and out, so I'm not sure why. Maybe I have the thing turned up so high. So we'll do it down a little bit. We'll give it another shot. So we're just gonna. There's no music, so I turned it off. And the one thing I hate about this game is there's no like. It feels so rough. Like there's no options here. Why isn't there options here for me to adjust the audio? Like, I can't. I have to be in the game to adjust the audio. It just seems weird. Is that? I thought that was like an airplane coming in that they were looking at. But I think it's just a cloud. Yeah, just clouds. Okay, but let's play some game. This is a fun game. I'll have to go through exactly what I said last time, but we'll get the hang of it. So Millennia is the Paradox's kind of new 4X game. It's a little different than other games because... in other games like Civilization, you get a civilization. You get like, I'm playing England, they get these bonuses. I'm playing Germany, they get these bonuses. This game doesn't really do that. There's some superficial bonuses like these, but they're not even tied to anything. Like if I feel like playing Brazil, or we'll get to that. If I feel like playing France, that's France's normal stuff. Leader units get tactics, but I can change it to whatever I want. And this game doesn't really care. It's more the game changes as your civilization changes. So the more you kind of mess around with your civilization, the more that things will change. So I'm going to try a few different things here, and I should be able to get through the first two eras, I think, relatively quickly. As long as we get, maybe if we get some, get a couple of good events or so, that'll help propel us through. But it generally goes pretty good. Let's put everybody on random. We'll put ourselves on Bankstonia because Bankstonia is awesome. But even then, Bankstonia, I don't need to do the normal scout unit. I'm going to because I'm going to play on a giant. That's not just do large. Do we want continents or Pangea? I guess Pangea because it's nice to a large Pangea map seems good. We're going to be able to explore more. And get into it. So yeah, a couple master AIs, a couple apprentice AIs, just to kind of move. I want to actually interesting. What we should do? Let's do this. I'm going to be yellow or gold, however you want to see it. I'm going to be super yellow, and let's put the master AIs on like light colors, like red and pink and orange, so I can remember which is which. And we'll put the apprentice AIs on kind of darker colors, like green and green. That's I want on purple. And I don't know, the other green. There, then I could kind of remember maybe. Orange is kind of throwing me off though. So is there a different bright color? I guess this pinkish. Yeah, let's do those. Wait. Oh boy. Now I screwed everything up. I can just do white. Sure. White, pink, red. Those ones are kind of my master AIs. And I want to see what. Oh my god, there's like... Oh, I thought that was like a temple taking off. It's just a rocket ship. So yeah, the game is pretty simple. You progress through the eras, but what I really like about it is that, like I said, as you progress, the bonuses options you're given and the way you could take it into different timelines is completely dependent on either you or whoever's kind of ahead on technology at that time that can kind of dictate where they want to go. So in the second era, we could choose to go to the basic era, or if we meet the specific criteria, we can go to a different era or a different era or whatsoever. Okay, so finally I got a decent start. This isn't a great start, but it's a decent start. Let's turn on some music because they do have decent music. I usually turn it off because, well, it gets a little loud after a while. So let's immediately change the name of our city because we definitely don't want to be whatever the hell they put us at. We're Bankstonia. That's who we are. That's what we're doing. So what we're going to start with is we're basically going to, we're going to run around. We're going to do stuff. We got some sheep here. We got looks like some grapes here. And we got a couple, what do you call it? What are these? They're hills. They got some hills. So later on we can actually, it would be nice if one of them was a forest, but I think we'll be able to make do. And their second ring here as we expand should be pretty nice too. If there's like one more resource out here, or even if there's some flat land, this would be a decent like farmland or farm town eventually. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. First thing we do is explore. Exploring in this game is extremely valuable. Getting out there and finding wonders, finding goodie huts, avoiding barbarians is all extremely valuable. What you're going to see over here, if you haven't played before, is that we basically have a bunch of stuff. We got our research. Research is just like any other game. You research stuff. Culture. This is how long it's going to take to pop. Culture does cool things. And as you progress in the game, you get more stuff. So I could do a culture of create a town. Right now I'm limited to 1 in my region. So it's not a super great thing. Or I could do local reforms, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then we have our domains. And right now we just have access to 1 domain, the government domain. But this is going to fill up. There's going to be exploration domain, warfare domain, arts domain, engineering domain. As we unlock technologies, and we gain experience in each domain individually that allows us to do certain things. So right now you can see we get only +2 to government experience per turn. Right now it just allows us to go in and make a settler, or we can go into kind of our government and unlock a bunch of stuff. But we'll do that once we get 6 domain in a few seconds here. For now, let's just go ahead and explore. We got our basic kind of infantry unit, our war band, and we're just gonna kind of move along. I can't really tell where I'm exactly, so. And what we're looking for is 2 things. I got another warband in here, and I got my scout. So let's send our warband down. I'll send our scout up. That sounds like a plan. And one thing that's weird, I'm so used to games telling me that when you cross a river, it slows or stops your unit's movements. This game doesn't care. This game, you can cross rivers as much as you want. So it feels weird. I don't know. It does feel weird. We do have a dark, dense forest here. So this is jungle. And we can't actually go into that yet because we haven't unlocked the ability to. So we'll just go ahead and move around and see what's going on. Now, we're going to move into our technology. So this is our age. We're in the age of stone. And to progress to the age of bronze down here, it tells you exactly what you need. We were required to research 3 technologies. Farming, and you can kind of see tribal elders, defenses, scouting, and workers. Everything gives access to extra things. Defenses will give you a free archer and allow you to build archers as well as adds additional defenders to your towns, and it gives you a little bit of warfare experience. Tribal elders will give us access to the council building, which gives us +1 knowledge, and right now we're at +2 knowledge, so that's a pretty good increase. Farming allows us exactly what it sounds like. We can build farms, we can build plantations. Scouting gives us an extra scout and allows us to go into that the jungle or the deep forest terrain. Kind of nice. And workers will allow us to make clay pits and such. Scouting is, everyone loves scouting because I admit scouts go a really long way in this game. Early on they're really good, and then you can turn them into leaders later on, which increases and buffs your entire army, which is excellent. But I kind of more like the tribal elders route, because once we build this council, it's going to allow us to increase our knowledge even more so. So I'm going to go ahead and take tribal elders first. I'll probably take scouting second and maybe defenses from there. Farming's great. I love farm. I love workers. But right now I'm getting 1 improvement point per turn. And improvement points is exactly what you need to build improvements. The only improvements I can build right now are basically I could put a hunting camp in around. I could put some pastures over here. It takes 16 though. It's gonna take 16 turns before I can put a pasture here. So I don't really need to unlock those right now. It's a little early. What I want to do is grow. We're at 1 population, and you can see up here, this is our needs list. So we are growing at 200% capacity, so that's good. 100% you're basically not growing. 200% you're growing twice as fast, and that's the max you can go. 50% you're shrinking. So in 4 turns, we're going to add a population onto it. And we can take a look and see what we're working the grassland, and we're getting 2 rice from it. We're foraging it for 2 rice. If we take it off, we're not making any extra food, and our food is enough. If we wanted to do this and work this hammer instead, we would not grow, but let's build a scout cavalry. It takes 5 turns. If we go ahead and put this guy on the hill, it's going to take 4 turns. Shaves a turn off, but we don't grow. That's not what we want. We want to grow, and we want to get technology to begin with. So that's what we're going to do. So the first few turns, we're going to do that. And we're going to get another scout out. And by that time, hopefully we get tribal elders, and then we can go ahead and build our council center. But let's just spend the next few turns exploring and looking for goodie huts, because that's going to propel us pretty far. Hi, kitty. We'll head up here. Nice location up here, actually. Yeah, this is a nice area. It's got some production. It's got some kind of stuff we can eat. This is a good place for an expansion up here already. That's not what I'm looking for. That looks like a dead end over there. Don't say dead. Kind of looks like we're kind of on a coast here, up in a corner, doesn't it? Nothing to do yet, so we'll go ahead and move on. Again, we can just walk over. Oh, there as we go. We got a tribal camp over here, so we'll go ahead and head that direction. Unless I feel like I can get it with my warband. Because this looks like I don't really need a whole lot of people. Like, I'm only exploring right from here. Nah, we'll grab it. We'll grab it. It can do some good stuff. It takes us away from finding discoveries, but only by like a turn or two. Oh, actually, I didn't think we'd be... Okay, we can go up there too. I can go in that forest because it's not a deep forest. And go into that one. And it looks like we found a neutral... the borders of a neutral... what do you call it? Civilization here. There's our tribal. You can see it gives us a little option now. So now we've accumulated enough government experience points where we can do something with our tribal government. Each government has benefits, buffs to your capitals and buffs to your homeland. Homeland is anything that's not a capital. In other words, anything that you don't directly control, so like vassals, and we'll get into that later. So this is why we're getting culture, wealth, and production right now, because we get a little bit of a buff to our capital. So we have 6. We can choose to use it, and you have to unlock the first tier before you unlock the second tier. So we might as well use it. We can't do anything over this without doing this one first. And +1 food is great. For a few different reasons. So we're going to pick up... I don't really need the warband right now. Because this is actually a government domain power. It doesn't give you a warband. It allows you to use your government domain powers to get a warband. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to take the +1 food to our homeland, which does a few different things for us. So we're still at 1 population. And remember before, we were growing at 200%. If we take this away, we're growing at 150. And because now that we got that +1 food... So we can wait an extra 2 turns for our scout cavalry. Let's see if that shaves a turn. It does not shave a turn off of it. So we'll go ahead and put it back on. We're overeating right now, but not a big deal. That'll come up when we're actually growing in one turn here. We're going to grow up, and then we'll kind of figure out what we want to do from there. So scattered around, you will find these peaceful tribal camps. Peaceful tribal camps, you just step on them like goody huts in Civilization, and you get choices. So we found some Laos scouts. A Laos scout cavalry unit is camping in the wilderness, trying to get their bearings. We could trade maps with them and get 10 exploration experience, which is a power that we have not unlocked yet, but we would still get it. Or we could hire them as scouts and we get a free scout cavalry. That's exactly what I want. I want scout cavalries. I'm happy with that. So I'll take the free scout cavalry. And they kind of join up together, but they don't have to. So I'm going to move this guy on further. And I'm going to send this guy probably back down this way. And I kind of like having my little basic warriors close to home. So they'll just keep exploring and they'll be on the lookout for any type of barbarians as we go forward. So our culture is ready. Our culture power is ready. We can do 2 things. All we can do right now is create a town, which doesn't do a lot right now. Our population is still growing. Towns are good because once you hit a population limit, you need a town to keep growing. We're pretty far away from that. Towns also do a nice little thing where they increase the expanse area and how quickly you expand to neighboring terrains. That's based on your, is it called domain? Let's take a look. That is based on this right here. This is your influence. Sorry, influence determines how quickly you grow. So basically you take a town's influence and you divide it by all the tiles around it and it tells you how quickly it grows. You can see it grows faster into grasslands here. We're going a little bit faster. Woods, it takes a long time, and as we go into hills, it takes even longer. So, but that'll be a little more apparent as we move on. We did get our culture. Our culture power is ready to fire, and I don't want to create a town. I want to do local reforms. Local reforms are kind of cool. It allows us to boost the efficiency of our town for 5 turns. So what that means is everything gets a 50% boost. So if I do local reforms here, pa-chow, I said pa-chow, everything gets boosted up by 50%. All of these, see, we're actually getting 6 influence now, where before we were getting 4. And we might actually be able to work one of these and still grow at a respectable time. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to work 1 hills, and we're going to get our scout cavalry next turn. And then we're immediately going to start working on this what's it called again? Well, I think it's the council. And we're going to start getting some more knowledge. Okay, there's our, I guess, our third scout cavalry, because we picked one up earlier on, or I mean through the random event. And we'll go ahead and step in here, and we found Sigtua. Now, Sigtua is a neutral kind of people. You could conquer them. You could turn them into vassals with envoys. Those are really your two options. But so eventually we'll try to conquer them or send an envoy to them eventually. But you know, we might not get around to it. So we'll see. It's not a huge priority for me right now. We did find some barbarians here. Barbarians spawn and attack you. They come from bad, evil places, and they don't like you at all. They attack pretty good. They attack with a 15, and we're only on a 14 right now. But if we step into the woods, I think we get a 20% increase in defense. So I'm going to send this guy there. I'm going to send you there. And then he should attack here, and I think we get a little bit of a bonus to our defense. Our technology increase, that's our tribal elders. And let's immediately move toward... I don't really need scouting any... I do want to be able to move... let's take defenses first. Now, I want to be able to move through this forest here, especially since some of the difficult terrain is... And we get a scout earlier, too. We get another scout, which is actually going to kind of hurt our income, but that's okay. So we're going to do that, and we're going to keep moving. I do want to kind of start upgrading things if I could. I'd really love to get something that increases my production, but can't do that yet. So let's get our council. Our council is going to give us 1 knowledge, which is going to increase our knowledge by 50%. Eventually, we're going to build a town center that gives us government experience. So instead of getting 2 government per turn, we're going to get 3 government per turn. And then we'll build a dolmen, which gives us influence per turn, so we can expand a little faster. But right now, all we need to do is kind of keep exploring. So we got attacked. Let's take a look and look at combat real quick. Deserts do stop your movement, unfortunately, which is a little annoying. I might actually let these guys hang out together for a second so that they can use their combined forces. Okay, there's a barbarian camp right there. They have defenders. We can't really attack them right now without a bigger military. This kind of shows that a combat did take place. It looks like we took the brunt of it too, even though we have... we should get a bonus. Yeah, we got a 20% bonus production, but it's still... actually, we lost all our morale. Yeah, okay, it was a morale loss. So when you lose all your morale, your guy retreats. They don't die. Morale's on the top, hit points on the bottom. That's why we took so much, because they got the first hit. Even though we had a defense protection there. So, I think I'm still going to try to slip by this guy. Another thing about the game is there's no zone of control. Most games, if I step here, I can't step here because there's a zone of control. This one, they don't seem to care about zones of control. They might change it in the future, but I think I can outpace this guy just by moving into the forest, and he shouldn't be able to kind of catch me. Now we can move down here, so I'll move that guy back down here eventually. We did our next tribal bonus. We could pick up this ability, but I'm going to wait until we get to 20 for this +1 knowledge, because +1 knowledge is going to be even more research for us to figure out what we want to do. Okay, still just moving by. How long before scouting? 2 turns before we can actually get in here, but oh, there's another nice little goodie hut. And I would really like to see if there's anything over here, but I'd rather get this. So we found an auction. The village is holding an auction to sell and trade its people's wares. We get 50 wealth or +5 production in bank stone. I'm going to take that production. The wealth isn't super useful right now. There's really nothing for us to buy or use it on. So +5 production is going to help us move towards, or get that, I mean, what's that? +5 production here is another turn or so onto our council. So that increases our council again. There's another barbarian there. Ooh, they were guarding this tribal village. Found a temple. A massive temple pyramid lays before you. Its contents and purpose are all unknown. We can get 10 exploration experience or 10 warfare experience. I'll take the exploration for a few different reasons, which I'll lay out. So you can see now we have exploration abilities. Right now the only thing we have is to spawn a scout. We can spawn a scout for 20. We don't have 20. We don't even actually have any income. The income is 0, but it just kind of sits there and does its thing. There's some beautiful waterfalls right here. Did we already move you? I did. Okay. Let's keep going. Are we still growing at the right 188%? Cool. That's where we want to be. So we got attack there. We should have won pretty handily. We did kind of. Let's take a look at what happened there. So combat is auto combat. You start it, they attack. They all have bonuses against certain things. I haven't figured exactly out how they determine who they attack. It doesn't seem the most efficient. And like if you did it, if the individual handled combat, it would be a lot more efficient, and you probably win a lot more battles. But as it is, whenever you have a choice, it doesn't really matter that much. So we won pretty handily. So I'm going to actually just attack with my warband here, which should finish him off pretty easily. Yeah, there's one hit. Nice. We win. And that way I can take my scout and just move him down here. And we can find some nomads. You found a small camp of nomads. They explain that their leader is very wise and willing to share her knowledge with you. 10 government or 10 experience. 10 government is huge. 10 government's going to push me into the fact that I can actually pick up this next +1 knowledge now. So I'm going to unlock that. And we're really close to getting improvement points, really close to getting +2 culture, innovation. So that was a really good one. So that's why these government huts are so useful early on. And I can just kind of push you ahead of your competition. We still can't go in the forest, so we'll just kind of skirt the edge. Oh, there is our first landmark. We love landmarks. They do things. If you find 3, that allows you to kind of do some fun things in the next age. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to keep going, and we did not grow yet. We're going to grow in 1 turn. Oh yeah, I didn't figure something to do with you. Let's go ahead and actually put you in the middle here. There's another landmark. Excellent. Beautiful. And unfortunately, only 1 civilization gets to discover each landmark. So once it's discovered, it can't be discovered by anybody else. So we got scouting. There's our free scout. I feel like we're at our max capacity of scouts now. And we can actually go into the jungle. So I should definitely turn around with this guy, which I'm going to do. And you... well, you're kind of going that way. So I guess you get to go this way into the jungle. Look at this vast jungle. So we'll move up here. Ah, man, he's actually, I might lose him doing this, but that's kind of okay. Because this is worth something. So I move next to him and I go ahead and discover this landmark. And we've discovered a landmark. 5 exploration XP, +1 discovered landmarks, and +10 combat experience. So our guy just became a level 1. I guess it's a veteran or something. So they get a 0.1 and 0.1 attack bonus to their defense. Which doesn't seem that much, but if you get like a level 3 or 4 guy, and then you turn him into a leader, that 40% increase applies to your entire army, which is quite handy. And we found something else here. Can I move again if I think I can? Doesn't matter. Okay, let's discover this. Same thing, +5. And what do we find here? We found the Amazon rainforest, and up there's the Great Barrier Reef. Am I ready to turn you around? No, I'm too greedy. I want to keep going and seeing what's out here. Yeah, that's why I'm greedy right there. We found another one. And while only your scouts can do the exploration of landmarks, anybody can step on these tribal villages. And we finished our research. That's our scouting. Let's go ahead and grab defenses just for that archer. I'm going to want farming very soon, but that archer combined with our 2 like infantry units will allow us to take out these barbarian encampments fairly efficiently. And so that's what I'm going to go with. We do have enough exploration where you can spawn another scout, but I just don't think we need one right now. I mean, we got 4 scouts out there now. Is that right? 1, 2. Yeah, that's kind of our max capacity. You see, each one does have an upkeep. I think that's just 0.5 wealth. It's not that bad, but still. I should actually check my city. So you can see we're growing very, very slowly now again, because my domain power ended. I can move this back to here for a turn if I want to go up to 50% again. How much does that take off my council building? It's 1 turn. Yeah, I mean, I'll grow. We got 1 turn until our culture power goes off again. There is an attack there. He did attack across a river, so we did pretty well as far as our defense goes. Yeah, you go ahead and head into there. And we'd really like to find one more natural wonder. So he got pushed back, and he is kind of stuck here. Yeah, so I could do a few things here. I can use some of my exploration XP. I can use 5 of it, and he returns to the nearest settlement. Kind of nice and easy. I can also use 5 to just heal him completely, and then maybe he can keep going. But I know there is another guy right here, and I think that we might kind of get pincered and destroyed. And who knows, there might be something back here. So I'm going to bring him home, like such. And actually, I'm going to heal him before he heads out. You keep going. I was going to put him on this ridge so you can see a little better. You go ahead and pick this up. We got a mysterious village. 10 exploration XP or 10 government XP. Right now, government XP is at a premium. I can pick up +1 improvement point, which is very useful, but honestly, I'd rather have this +2 culture. +2 culture makes your culture spawn so much more faster. And we are, oh, look, so we have access to new more things. We unlocked the Eureka, which can give us +5 knowledge. And we can raise an army, which gives us 2 warbands. Nice and easy. We can do other things as well. Eureka is tempting. +5 knowledge basically gives you, a turn and a half. So we'd pretty much finish defenses. But +5 knowledge is not that much. If I do local reforms, I get a 50% bonus to my knowledge. So over 5 turns, that's going to be 5 knowledge itself. And then I get 50% on top of everything else. So I'm definitely going to just be doing local reforms for a while. Local reforms falls off. But look at that. Right now, I'm growing at 200% again. I can move this down. I'll still grow at 175%. I'll still get this done next turn. It's good times. And we got our archer. Unfortunately got attacked, but that's okay. Okay, so let's move our archer. I guess we'll do this one first. Did we lose our guy? Oh no, they just ran into us and died. Okay. Where are you going? I guess you're going back up north. There's a lot of barbarians up here. It's kind of hard to navigate them all as they come out of the woodwork. Oh, there's our 3rd undiscovered. Our landmark. That's beautiful. It allows us to do some fun things at the next stage, which we will talk about momentarily. I'm going to try to get this guy up and go this direction. So that is our 3rd technology of the era. We picked up archery. We can pick up farming. We can pick up workers. But we can also go to the Bronze Age. Age of Bronze, 4 turns. And what does that do for us? It does a few things. And if you notice, like the reason, this is why I rushed knowledge and I rushed getting the government knowledge base, because we started with 2, and a lot of the AIs will still be on 2 or 3 or 4 knowledge. We're at 6, and this allows us to go to the Stone Age or the Bronze Age. And the game has a little mechanism in there for whoever goes to the next age first gets innovation, which is kind of a cool concept that we'll talk about as we get into the next stage. Bankstonia is done. It finished its council chamber, so let's get a town center. It's going to give us more experience, government experience. And 175. No, we do want to grow at least 175. Yeah, I do want this though. And I also really want, well, let's take a look and see. We have 14 points, which is not, basically we can do a pasture, that's it, because we haven't unlocked farming yet. A pasture gives us what? If we work it, it gives us exploration XP. It gives us wool, which we can change for 2 wealth, and meat, which we can change in for 3 wealth. Or 3 meat, which is nice. That'll be our first. What do you call it? Our first improvement that we make. I do want to unlock mining quickly so I can get some mines going on here, so I can actually get a little more production as well. Production's real useful in this game. Being able to build buildings makes everything faster. This is our archer. Okay. Yep. Still going to meet up to invade the barbarians. I'm going to put them all here. This is kind of a place where they can rest. And why don't you head north? Try to avoid barbarians. And you are coming here to discover tropical rainforest. Just generic tropical rainforest. Cool. That's 3. We can do cool things. Now we also unlocked our tribal thing. This is reform tribalism. We've mastered the form of government. We can do a peaceful revolution with our next culture, and it gives us an access to new government forms. It gives us 10 innovation and 2 culture, and we have got it. The innovation doesn't really show up until we research the Age of Bronze, which happens very soon, but we'll talk about that then. This is our last scout. I think he's healed enough where he can move. Go ahead and move out of there. I want to check out up here. And you're heading this way. Oh, let me talk about this button. See this button right here? Undo. I hate this button. I wish I could patch this button out. I hate this button with a passion. I understand why they put it in. They put it in because sometimes you make a wrong move. You don't mean to like accidentally push the button. But man, this is what people will be doing. They move here if there's a barbarian, and they hit undo. They move here if there's a barbarian, hit undo. And it just makes me angry and sad. Sad and angry. Sangry. Makes me sangry. I'm not going to spawn a scout again. I have enough. Archer incoming. Scout upgoing. It's a word. You running away from barbarian hordes. Keep moving, keep moving. Ooh, we found our first peoples. Looks like we found India? I don't really know who that is. You keep healing. Ah, man. We've met another nation, India. We can't really do much with India right now because we need diplomacy experience, a bunch of other stuff to do that, but that's okay. The nice thing here too is it will tell you, so we're moving to the Age of Bronze, and as I said, the first one there gets kind of a nice little bonus. It'll actually tell you if somebody's beating you. So it'll say Age of Bronze and I'll have somebody else's flag, which is kind of cool. It's a nice little mechanism. Let's go ahead and build our first improvement, a pasture right here. That increases our food yields up 100%, and we can actually do that and still grow next turn, which is what I'm going to do. And since we're working this, we get wool, we get meat, and we get exploration experience points. So now we're actually receiving some exploration experience points, 1.5. The 0.5 is because we are still doing our, our local reforms. And later on when we unlock it, we can take that wool and turn it into clothes. And then we have clothes. We can take that and turn it into something else. This nice little supplier kind of mechanical. I don't know what you would call it. Not mechanical, but oh boy. So that guy's going to be hard pressed to be alive, but we'll figure it out. Another one here. Nice, nice, nice. We're finding them all over the place. There's India again. So I'm probably not going to find as much up here, but maybe they haven't really gone through the forest. So I'm going to head north and see if we can find something else. Yep, keep healing. I am in a really good spot, which we talked about as we move from our timeline into Bankstonian's Stone Age? Age of Bronze. All right. Age of Bronze, that whatever age you get to, it adds new things. So Age of Bronze, it adds new national spirits. National spirits are kind of every other age you get either a government or a national spirit. And national spirits kind of let you tailor the way you want your game to go. Vassals integrate 2 times faster. Vassals are basically anybody we don't directly control but are part of our empire. Barbarian warlords appear, so a little bit stronger warlords or barbarians. Innovation and chaos events, and trade and diplomatic envoys are available. And there we go. That basically says it. New domains, that's the domains of engineering and diplomacy. And there's a trade system and national spirit. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, let's just go through our stuff. Form our little army here. I guess we'll try to see if... What are these guys exactly? 2 war bands. Okay, yeah, you guys can go ahead and fight for me. What do we find here? The Borno rainforest. And we found another Neutral little place. This one actually looks a lot better. They're both about the same, I guess. Exploration wise, we still haven't locked any other powers. Good luck. Ooh, nice little hut up here. Okay, so our cultural power's ready. I'm probably just gonna do local reforms again still. We could put down a town. This is an okay town, but like this is a actually no, this is a great town. Yeah, this would be a great farming town if I could get that. I need to expand into this territory first, which we're getting through. We don't really need to expand right now. We're not using all of our areas, so I think I'm just doing local reforms. I do want this extra improvement point. Can we... Oh, you know what we can do now? Actually, with our government abilities, we can spawn settlers for 30, which is... well, we'll do that in a second. I think I do want this innovation point before I do that, though. So, anyways, we'll use our culture power. We're still doing local reforms. Local reforms makes us grow fast. We do have 4 population, and 5 is our limit. Is that right? I think so. Can I work 2 of these? Not really. Can't really afford that. Okay. Yeah, once we get our technology, which we already just got our technology, it opens up a whole new area of technologies. We're probably going to go back, and let's go back and pick up farming and workers so we can do those. But I just want to talk briefly as the next age. So we're in the Age of Bronze, and the Age of Bronze transitions nicely into the Age of Iron. Same thing. First person to do 3 technologies can go into the Age of Iron. It's a normal age. Normal stuff happens. The game progresses normally. However, there's options. If I'm the first one, or whoever has discovered 3 or more landmarks and got the 3 technologies, you can research and go into the Age of Heroes, in which case everybody goes into the Age of Heroes. Age of Heroes is pretty cool. It's like an extra or different thing where you get heroes, and heroes go around and do quests, and it just changes kind of the game in a certain way. Alternatively, you can go to the Age of Blood. I've never gone in the Age of Blood. I kind of want to go in the Age of Blood one day. It's a crisis age. Usually the crisis ages aren't great, but they're fun probably. The way you do that is to basically kill 6 units from another nation. One day I'll mess around with that, but right now we're gonna aim for the Age of Heroes. So we want to be the first person to research 3 technologies and the Age of Heroes, and then we'll move into the Age of Heroes. I think we're ahead. I think we're way ahead. I think we're going to be able to get farmers and workers before we move on and look in which one of these we want to upgrade first. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. We still need a little bit more for that. And let's take a look at our National Spirit. Okay. National Spirit allows you to change how or kind of tailor how you play the game. You basically take... It's like a class, so to speak, for your empire. Do you want to be ancient seafarers? Do you want to be naturals, wild hunters, raiders, warriors, god kings, mound builders, Olympians? They all do different things, and you can go in and see exactly what they do. For instance, if we become wild hunters, we unlock the bow hunter. That's a unique unit that they only they get. They reveal elephant resources. That's a unique thing that only they get. And +2 bonus for meat and goods, bonus food for meat goods. Houses get bonus stuff, improvement points for bones. They all do different things. These guys build pyramids, right? Yep, they do. It's, stuff's really... It's kind of fun. The one thing I will say that I didn't understand at first is unlocking their abilities. Like, unlocking this takes 25 exploration experience, 30 exploration experience. Raiders, 25 combat or warfare experience. So if you don't have a huge income of that, it's going to take you a long time unless you change what you're building to help with that. So for instance, if I take a government one, is there any government ones actually? No, there's only exploration, warfare, engineering, and diplomacy. I take an exploration one. I'm only getting 1.5 exploration income per turn. So it's going to take me a long time to get to my, what was it? To get to the 25 or so. Now, luckily, I've gotten a bunch from just events, so that's cool. If I take the warfare one, I'm not getting any warfare income. I'd have to basically build some buildings that allow me to get that income. That means like, what is it? Actually, I don't think I have any. I know the lookout gives me exploration. The Dolma gives me influence. Meeting hall gives me diplomacy. Work camp gives you engineering. So you do have access to buildings that allow that. It's just that it's not easy, so to speak. Yeah. That being said, it doesn't really matter that much, but it is something to take note of. I think I'm going to go exploration this game. I will say that I've gone Raiders in Warfare, and it is ridiculously powerful. Ridiculously powerful. When you spawn this, you every 25 or so, you get 2 Raiders. And you get more Raiders. And your Raiders become free, like right here. 0 wealth upkeep for Raiders. And then you can raise other places, like other territory, and get gold. And every time you raise a place, like a barbarian place, which we'll see hopefully in a second here, you get like 25 combat experience points or warfare experience points. So every time you win a battle, you get more raiders, and then which allows you to win battles, which allows you to get more raiders, which allows you to do stuff. You basically get through this entire thing very quickly. Your raiders become really strong, and they're all free, and you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 of them free, which you can use to just destroy people around. It's really, really strong. It actually felt like I was cheating. It's so strong. So I'm going to try something different this time. I've done Mound Builders, Dynasty Kings, God King Dynasty. I like these. I actually tried the Olympians too. Olympians get something that's really neat, I think. Don't they? Yeah. They get the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games are kind of cool. It's a diplomacy culture power. So if you go into your diplomacy eventually, it'll be like here once we eventually unlock it, it'll say host Olympic Games. Actually, it might be in the culture. And when you do that, it gives you just a ton of like random stuff through here, depending on how many people you've met and you have good relations with. So it's kind of neat. It's not going to be me this time. I think I'm going to try Wild Hunters. I've never tried Wild Hunters before. And it unlocks the Bow Hunter, which is pretty strong. It's an 11-11 unit. And over here, they get +7, +5. So those become 18, 16 range units, which is pretty good. It reveals Elephant, which I can work with a hunting camp, which gives me exploration, which I need to unlock more stuff. So hopefully that'll help out. So I think I'm going to try Wild Hunters, and because I have a bunch of it to spare right now, that doesn't hurt me in any way. And finally, because I'm not going to be spending this anymore, so I might as well use it. Like, I might spend my warfare to use volunteers. I might spend my diplomacy eventually when I get it to do something else. But I'm not going to be using my exploration, so I'm going to try Wild Hunters and see what it's all about. And let's immediately, do we want bow hunters or elephants? I think I want elephants so I can know where I'm going to go to. This is kind of cool too. Reduce the cost of expansion into scrubland. So I think this is scrubland, right? So it would expand faster this way. You can kind of see, like, it looks like this is yeah, these are basically expanding the same, the grassland and the scrubland. Scrubland would go a little faster. I don't know exactly how much faster, but it's faster. So that's kind of neat. Let's go into our Wild Hunters ability. But yeah, let's unlock elephants, right? Let's see what they got for us. Elephants. Where are elephants? There's elephants. We have elephants here. Fortunately, there's not really any close elephants. Oh, there we go. There's our elephant horde right there. Holy cow. So a city like right here. I wish I could mark things. See, this game doesn't have pins in it. I should be able to drop a pin saying I eventually want to put something here. That'd be nice because it's got double marble, it's got triple elephants, it's got some actually the elephants are gonna have to do for the food, but I think we get bonuses to food foraging or something. So I could also be up here. This is nice. This is actually might be a little better. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. This is a good spot over here too, as we talked about, for another city. But yeah, as we unlock things, we'll keep going. So we got 1 turn till farming. These guys are probably not going to be ready for the fight, but they're going to be close. Let's see if we can do it. We're going to have to contend with these guys too, unfortunately, but let's see what happens here. So let's take a look. We are 100% chance to draw on this this little fight here. They have barbarian. It's a barbarian camp. They have barbarian defenders and a palisade wall. I'm going to save this game because sometimes the first combat I do in a tribal town like this, it glitches and breaks the game. And the game only saves like every 10 turns or so. So let's go. Again, we do the combat. Sometimes our archers can shoot over the wall and actually kill the barbarians. But it doesn't look like it's happening this time. He gets a bonus to something. What's he get a bonuses? Oh, he gets a bonus to attacks against line infantry. So yeah, he did shoot over the wall that first time. And the second time. Ooh, look how low he is. So that was a draw. We didn't win. That's okay. We damaged their palisades. They're really hurt. We should be able to finish them off next time. Actually, can our archer? No, you can't finish them off. No, you can't. Besides, I want you to keep going. Exploration is king. That guy's in for it. This is going to remain like a mystery, I think, for me. I could use some exploration experience to kind of move him or get him back. He's just going to take his hit, take his lumps. And you guys, I wonder if they're going to attack here. No, I don't think they will. I don't think they'd win that. I was going to say, if they attack here, I could wait and try to like swoop in and finish it off if they can't finish it off. And what do we get here? Warfare or an archer. That archer's pretty strong. It's going to be hard to get back, but I think I'll take him. I'll take my little extra archer. But he has to kind of walk back. Because I wonder if an archer and 2 raiders could take this out. I mean, 2 scouts. No, it's probably not worth the time investment. So let's just move back. I do want to get. I mean, he's gonna be hard to get. It's gonna be hard to get him through all this stuff. There's farming. So we take a look at what we can do, and let's grab workers. That just allows us clay pits if we need it, but also gives us 8 points. So from here we can do a food stockpile. Gives us 3 food per turn. Increases our region level. We can talk about region levels in a second. Right now our region level is 1. We can build a lookout that gives us an exploration XP and provides an attack for the capital. Our dolmen gives us influence, our meeting hall gives us diplomacy, and our work camp gives us production and engineering. I really like work camps to begin with, just because it gives you that extra production, which you can then build into other things, and it gives us engineering experience, which we can use to build things. I really want to unlock this stuff, because we're at 169. Yeah, it's got to be you. What we have to do is we have to look for a new... We're only at 5, but next turn we get a bunch more. So we can put a plantation down here. Actually, I don't know if that gives me anything. Do I just need a farm? Yeah, I'll figure it out. So he was attacked. He was on defensive terrain. India is asking for open borders. I'm going to accept that. I don't mind being a little nice to begin with. We'll go ahead and do that. You move here. These guys are kind of grouped up in a place they don't want them to be. Okay, we found the borders of India. I don't remember if the dark one or the light ones were the... I'll have to go back and look at the VOD and see if that was a... What do you call it? One of the better AIs or not. Okay, so we're going to attack here. We're going to get immediately a counterattack, but these guys are pretty weak, and this thing's about falling down, if I remember right. They repair a little bit, but like one good hit over the walls with our archer will just take him out completely. But regardless, our guys should be fine through, even for the next 3 fights. Yeah, he took him out over the arch. Good job, archers. And we win. And we can see what happens. So, distinguish artifact. Every time you beat our barbarian encampment, you get something. The barbarians left behind a distinguished looking artifact for their camp. We can get 100 wealth or 10 culture. 10 culture makes me happy. 100 wealth doesn't really do anything for me right now. I can't buy anything with wealth. But 10 culture shaves like 4 turns off my next culture thing. Again, they are going to get attacked, but I think single, like our archer's going to damage them. And yeah, they're going to get like 1 hit in. So that's perfectly fine. Found another neutral city here. There's just barbarians coming from all angles. Okay, we're gonna try to slip through. There's workers. Let's grab. Oh, let's just take a look and see at our options. So we're only gonna get 3 before we move to the Age of Heroes. Now, which 3 should it be? It's not gonna be shipbuilding because we're not really anywhere near the ships. Mining is super strong. It allows us to mine quarries and stuff. It gives us a pioneer, which is pretty cool. Officials gives us access to markets. We can claim territories. It gives us an envoy. An envoy, if we send it to one of those neutral territories, they become our vassal immediately. Belief, nice, gives us some extra culture and knowledge. I think it's basically knowledge for this stuff. Community gives us improvement stuff, more stuff to improve our cities. Oh, there's just so much to do. And discipline immediately unlocks the spear unit, which is so much stronger than our little warband. And we can upgrade all our warbands pretty much immediately wherever they are on the entire map for 3 combat experience. It's an extremely efficient way to do that. I don't know what to take. I think it's going to be... I don't know. There's just so much good stuff. Well, I want to improve my stuff based on production right away, right? So I think that's a mine. Yeah. A mine and a stonecutter will go away. And we get the pioneer. So I think it's going to be mining, officials, discipline, I think. I don't know, we'll see. I think that might be it. Let's see if this guy survives. Survives to tell the tale. Oh my god. So what happened there was our guy lost all his I'm not gonna watch that. Lost all his morale and got pushed away into range of another unit which attacked and killed us. I did not mean to do that. That was a misclick. This might be an undo. Now, you know how I said I don't like undos? I did not mean to do that. This is what the undo button's for. I didn't even lose my guy, but that was not... I was just trying to click on that and see what happened. That was not intentional. I promise. We do have mutual open borders, so we can kind of go through their territory, which is nice. Okay, you guys have won. I think we're just heading over to... take out this one now. Wild hunters, we have access to the bow hunter or regions into scrubland faster. Am I getting meat or am I getting meat goods? I don't think I am. So that's, oh wait, I am. That is meat. Okay, so actually it's really good to get to this. So another 10 we'll get to that. And I think I'll take this. Yeah. And then we'll look into the bow hunter and such. We can't get our improvement points now. Ooh, I was actually really far. I overused that. This is a plantation, I think, right? Plantation allows it. We'll get grapes, which is 2 wealth, and 2 food from gathering. But I think I'll wait and the 3 turns till we get to mining, and I'll unlock this. We're about to grow into our last... I'm going to overuse my culture here in a second. Okay. Archer man, keep moving. I don't know. Just keep exploring. You two, keep exploring. Oh, we found, looks like China? They got a nice little town going on here. We can use our culture power now. I think I'm going to wait a turn because I think this maxes out at 5. And if it is, I'm going to need my culture power to build a town. Although I don't really want to. Like, I don't want to build a town yet. I want to wait till it expands. But I'd rather it be expanding. Actually, I have to decide where I want to go. The pioneer is actually going to help too with this. I mean, this stuff just screams use me, right? But I can't put a town on top of this stuff, so it'd have to be like here or here. And that's not great. I don't have the power yet to do that. I don't get an outpost until... Does mining get... Mining gives me a pioneer. Okay. New plan. Not going to use my culture power this turn. New plan. There's China. And who are you? You're an archer. Oh, you're our free archer. Like, why are you doing here? Okay, well, if China's here, they probably explored a bit, so we'll head that direction. Ah! Maybe we'll just meet up and be like a minor little town. It's okay to keep your culture. It doesn't stop. It overflows for a bit, so that's why I'm doing that. And I don't think I'm going to use that right now. I think I'm going to try to spawn a settler pretty soon here. Oh, crap. I just saw that I was at my limit. Alliance with India. I mean, sure. I don't. We're not really close, but whatever. Let's send our pioneer down to here. So our population is limited because our region level is 1. The way we get that up is by building towns, and we build towns by using our culture to say create town. But I'm going to do something a little bit different. Okay. Gonna do something a little bit different. Keep exploring. Use your things. Can't use it right now. Gotta wait one more turn. I know I'm at my limit, so I'm basically throwing away stuff. I can put a iron mine down. That gives us copper. Okay. Now, let's take a look at our copper. These are the resources we got. We got 1 copper, 1 meat, and 1 wool. We're working everything. Oh, well, our population limit doesn't matter right now, really. But we're going to have... Let's go ahead and put down... Oh, I can't. It's 19. We're going to want to put down the stone cutters, and that's going to do some good stuff for us. So there's our mines. Next, we said officials, I believe. Yes. I don't really care about this ability right now. And the culture I can't do. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh, I didn't even... It's not saved for a while. Oh. Well, that's a kick in the crotch. Alright. So let's explain what happens. We got our first innovation. That's cool. Innovations happen as you get innovation abilities. Every 100 you get some sort of innovation based on how your culture's going. So if we were a warlike culture, we would get an innovation that's more warlike. If we're kind of a more of a mining culture, we're going to get more mining. If we're a farming, we're going to get more farming. Or if we're hunters, which we are, we're going to get a hunting one. The hunters of Bankstonia have started imbuing their meats with spices to enhance the taste. We get a +1 bonus to culture from meat goods. Kind of nice. But what happened over here, I put my pioneer down here, and pioneers are defenseless. And out of the fog of war came a warband, which ate my guy. I don't like reloading. That's a huge loss. Crap. I guess I just got to put down a shitty town. Yeah, let's put down a shitty town. Okay, we'll use our culture power to put down a shitty town. What we're going to do is we're going to make an outpost here. An outpost claims all the territories around you, like this. And then we're going to use our culture power to absorb our outpost to create... This basically turns into our town. It immediately accepts or takes all of these, and we have access to all these tiles for free. And this would be a great town because it has 3 cattle, which would be amazing with our meat increase. But that's not what happened, and it's going to be a long time before I get another pioneer. In fact, I don't even have engineering yet. So I'm just going to build a town here, which I'm not happy about because I don't have the exploration ability yet. Nope. But what are you going to do, right? Sometimes things go sideways. One thing that's kind of cool is once you get close enough, it does make a town to anything near to you, which I kind of like. We have our +2 bonus food from meat goods. We'll go ahead and unlock that. And we're going to have to revamp our town because our town doesn't know what it's doing right now. It's growing. It's growing really fast. Actually, it's not growing that fast. Why isn't it growing that fast? Probably because this is all crap. You did notice that we didn't really grow that much. And in fact, it doesn't really look like we've grown that much. But once you put a town down, this stuff grows really, really, really fast. So it'll be only a few more turns before we grow again. This is a great area too. We found culture or innovation. Now, culture is really good, but I am a fan of innovation. Innovation is just a little thing. And we can take a look at the innovation in the chaos meter since we didn't really talk about them yet. Innovation allows you, so basically we're getting 16, the change is 16 per turn. When it gets to 100, you get your innovation. And chaos, it does the same thing. Chaos you get from sacking neighboring towns, taking over people, that kind of stuff. Going to war, having unrest. Chaos is weird. It took me a while to understand it though, but if you get like +2 chaos, and then you get rid of the thing that's giving you +2 chaos, you still get +2 chaos per turn until it gets to 100. Then when it gets down to 100, you get a chaos event and it resets to 0, or most of it resets, depending on the overflow. So even if you get like a little bit of unrest in your town for 1 turn, it gives you +1 unrest. If you get rid of it, you're going to get +1 unrest until it reaches 100. It took me a while to figure out why I kept getting it. So it's not like, it's not a cumulative thing, it's an additive thing, which is weird. We are at, what, 22? I think I'm going to spawn a settler pretty soon here. I don't really want to fight you. I want to go around you. I want to fight your city. The barbarian horde, you might have just noticed, did in fact try to do a number on us there. We'll talk about that. We've met what looks to be America? You head here, and we're gonna rest for a few turns. Okay, so yeah, we just got attacked bad by this guy. Crap. Oh man, we are just taking one on the chin here. This guy is he's gonna kill our town. Oh, I can't do anything about it either. So I was about ready to sing the praises of town defenses. Town defenses are automatically built when you build a town. Just like your city automatically has militia. We got 4 militia sitting here. Can't move them, can't do anything with them. But if you're attacked, they're a good line of defense. Liguria, since it was just built a second ago, only has 2 militia. This guy attacked with he's a 44 for Christ's sake. And yeah, he crushed us. He killed one of our militia. The other one's at 66%. They don't have walls. He's going to sack our town next turn. This is just, everything's going sideways. So this town's going to be destroyed next turn. And nothing I can do about it. If I had enough warfare experience, I could put volunteers there. I would need a few more warfare experience for that. I don't have 25 warfare experience. If I did, it would be great. I could put it right here. No problem whatsoever. Gives us a warband. That warband will be able to stem the tide, so to speak. It's going to put us a little behind, but I'm not going to sweat it. We're going to deal with it. It'll all be fine in the end, probably. We are at 25, and is it 30 to get a new? That's 30 to spawn a settler. Okay. So let's watch this barbarian chieftain destroy our town. There, it did it. Yay. Wow, what is this? What is this? Why did I spawn here? Like right here. That's ridiculous. We have an archer here, so we're pretty well defended. I think you guys just need to rest, don't you? I think they need to rest a few more turns. They're just so low. Yep, they sacked our town. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. They should probably attack our town proper now. Yeah. I think our town can hold off on them. Yeah, our town, we had 3 people attacking there. They're a decent thing. They basically, he got 2 of them down to 34%. No big deal. Remember, I think we have a guard tower there too, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, these are some like amazing areas. 25. Alright, 10 production or 100 wealth. I'll take the production so we can get through our stuff a little faster. You keep moving. Wow, we found another one. Amazing. So we are at our population limit again. Which technically means we can work more of this stuff, right? No, actually I only have access to 2 now. Man, that really set us behind. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And they keep attacking us, which doesn't help our healing process. But we get experience from it, so it's kind of cool. I guess we'll reverse course and head this direction. We want to explore this to get a little bit of experience points and combat experience. He is level 3 now, so that's great. If we turn him into a leader just by using 10 experience warfare, or warfare experience, and then we take that and put him in an army, and that army does 30% more damage. Yeah, keep resting. We can't attack until you rest a little bit more. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I just want to cry. I want to cry. Can I cry? Is crying allowed? I guess I'll take a dolmen real quick because I do want the meeting hall. That gives us diplomacy. But the dolmen's going to allow us to expand a little faster because I feel like we're expanding at such a low rate. And since we are at our max, let's go ahead and spawn a settler. When you spawn a settler, it reduces the what do you call it? Blah blah. The blah blah. It reduces the blah blah. Now I'm wondering what I want to do with this. I mean, what I want to do is put it over here or up here. Oh, I want to put it up here. That's what I'm doing. I want to do it and I'm doing it. So what I like about their settlers is if you run into a random barbarian, it's not going to kill him in 1 or 2 hits. It basically is 19 hit points. I wish they did that with pioneers. I really do wish they did that with pioneers. Now we have access to volunteers. One more turn until we get our culture power back. We'll rebuild our city. There is our envoy. Let's talk about envoys and see if we can make the same mistakes and a barbarian guy runs out from the shadows and kills us. Let's save it. This plus 16 innovation is really nice. These innovations are just, I mean, they just make you happy. It's like a random thing that happens where cool things happen. Oh wow, you are really on the way out here, aren't you? I think this is a review. Nope, that was not the review. Luckily, our archer attacked first. I don't know why that happens. Do I want to use a little? I'm going to use a little bit of exploration. I don't want to. But I also want to heal this guy. It's only 5. It's not a big deal. We got to get this guy out of there too, though. He's going to be really good in the next stage, so. This is our rainforest. Let's head up through the rainforest. Alright, good enough. Let's go. Let's go! Forward! If these were, what do you call it? Tight. Oh my god, we got our ass kicked. He just attacked the one guy. That's annoying. Can I get... I don't have reinforcements yet. Well, that's life. Let's rebuild our town and hope that there's not another one of these guys out here. And that's official. So we got one more in our... I think it's... What was it? Was it going to be discipline? Or... Yes, it's going to be discipline. Which actually, I mean, discipline is the one that costs the most. It should be community or belief. But I want discipline. I'm sick of these barbarians putting a damper in my life. You also notice that we got some engineering experience. That's fun. We're still growing. We're only growing at 150%. That's okay. Guess we could take this now. I'd like to finish off the government. Because eventually we will want to use that. Not sure who just got attacked there. Was it us? No. Oh, yeah it was, but it was here. And we lost our guy, unfortunately. Okay, new plan. Our envoy... Oh my god. Well, there's our envoy, who almost ran into a barbarian. That's another thing the game does that I actually really enjoy. if as you move, let's say I say move to here, as it moves, if it sees a threat, it stops moving immediately. And it says, there's a threat here. Would you like to continue moving? It's just a nice quality of life thing. I got to get these guys home. We're getting our ass kicked. Left, right, and center. Disciplines in 6 turns. Well, let's at least provide a little bit of an escort for our diplomat guy. I guess I should start pulling these guys back a little bit for the next age that's about to happen. Alright. Let's kill this guy. Hopefully. Yikes. Move in there with our army. I want you to be a little careful, but I also want you to get me a new town. See, he's mad at us, but we actually have a better defense. We can't attack, but he can't kill us with our defense. So I'm moving these guys to help protect anyways. You keep getting back home, and you guys meet up and go back home. Victoria is idle. I should have a lookout by now. That gives me diplomacy experience. That's a mistake not having one, but I'm actually going to build a war band first. Because I need to replace that one. Otherwise, we're never going. I could actually just do volunteers. Yeah, let's build volunteers. Then we don't have to take the time out to build this. We can just build our meeting hall. That gives us diplomacy. Or it's actually we got a lookout. Lookout gives us extra exploration, which is what we need to unlock more stuff from Wild Hunters. I'm not going to attack this again until we turn these guys into pike or spearmen. Which we'll do now. Okay, so this is our envoy. Envoys are cool. Envoys you send to other people to open up diplomatic channels to give. You can do trading that allows you to trade culture, trade research, trade gold, or you can just bring them to a neutral city like this. Push this vassalize minor nation button, and it becomes part of your empire. Now, I can't do anything with this. It just sits here. It's a vassal. Doesn't count against me in any way. All it does is sit here and provide me a little bit of income with gold, government, culture, and production. As it goes up in prosperity, which it does by itself naturally, and as we increase it with like merchants, it'll give us more stuff. And we can put little towns off it if we want, but it will do its own upgrading. We can't actually do anything with it. And I kind of like it. It allows you to go wide without having to micromanage a lot, because the more of these you actually integrate. So once it gets to like 100, I can actually integrate this into my. Once this integration gets to 20, it goes up 1 per turn. I can actually integrate it and take full control of it. I probably won't. This isn't a particularly great city. I'll just use this as a vassal for the entire game. Hey, but look, Antioch has moved around. All the stuff around here has increased, which is great. So I think I'm going to put a pasture here because this gets us meat. And as we know, meat gets us culture because we are cool. And bonus to everything, pretty much. So we want to make sure we're working it. We are. It gives us exploration as well. That's just handy right there. I think I can actually... we're at 4. Yeah, we're growing at 4. Once we get to 5, I'll build one of these thingies. Okay, so it didn't do hardly any damage. That's good. I'm going to save it, though, just in case I make a big mistake here. Which I've been known to do. And I'm going to... Oh, that's right. You can't actually go through these. That sucks. That's going to slow us down a little bit, but that's okay. This would be a nice place. Actually, this would be a good kind of forward base that we can put our guys at. Getting ready for the next... I didn't mean to hit end, but that's okay. Nice thing about this, too, is we heal extremely quickly. Like, since these are technically our borders, we heal very, very quickly. And I'm actually going to put it right here. I like this. I like this spot. This meat's going to give us it's going to make us grow really fast because of our wild hunters. This is going to allow us to do production stuff. We got some forest here. I like this spot. I'm a fan. And yeah, it allows us to heal. So let us heal. Heal fast. Rather than healing like 10% per turn, we heal like 30% time. We got our new innovation, Masons. All right. Since we're starting to move into stuff that does more with stonework and stuff, expert Masons can carve stone more efficiently. Honing our Mason skills will improve the usefulness of stone mined from quarries. So yeah, we started to build our first quarries, so the game's like, there's an innovation for it. Good job. And what's it give for us? +1 bonus production from limestone, +1 bonus production from marble. That's not necessarily that great, but it doesn't hurt. We could take the 300 gold, but I actually kind of like this as like a bonus forever. It seems really good because this is copper. This is not limestone, but we do have access to limestone up here, and we have lots of access to limestone over here. So I think it'd actually be good for us at the end. Let's build our second town here. It's going to be, let's see here. A ridge. And actually, let's name the towns that go off of these as after like the children's. That'd be Peace Rest. Yeah. Let's keep doing stuff. I do feel like I'm really low on exploration income. Because I am. It's only 3. I haven't really been focusing on it, which is a mistake. I need to keep doing that. But I'm not gonna lie. If we make it into the next age, and with the age of exploration or discovery or whatever the heck it is, we're gonna have more exploration XP than we know what to do with it. These guys just kind of like coming at us, bro. One more turn. We'll wait one more turn because we are farmers. We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. Macedonia is done. What do you need to build? You're at 5. Diplomacy, warfare, or diplomacy. I choose diplomacy. Early on, diplomacy is a little bit stronger because it allows you to get those diplomats or envoys, which you can use to basically take over little areas. And that once they're gone, these are going to be conquered very quickly by the AI or taken over very quickly by the AI. So we want to get what we can out of them. This will increase us to Sigtua is being attacked by barbarians. They're doing fine though. So we just got. Let's just look at the research. Yeah, we just got our discipline. Yay! We can now build spear units and do other things like reinforcements and forced march. And increases the army maximum size. Lots of good stuff just happened. And we're going to move to the Age of Heroes. Yay! 9 turns. Looks like we are the first one to do it. That's good. What I've noticed is the first few turns, it feels like the player has an advantage because you're exploring more. You're getting all these extra little things. After that, it starts to go down considerably. So we can upgrade our guys for 3 warfare. So right now, these guys are 7 10s, 7 attack, 10 defense. Now they are 11 16s. That is a huge difference. And once we add this guy on here as I'm going to make him a leader of men. He's going to do. They're going to be doing 30% more. It's going to be great. I can't wait. This is going to be an excellent. It won't be an excellent town, but it'll be a good town. I'm looking forward to it. We're growing at 170. Why? It looks like I'm only using... oh, there's 2 people on grasslands. Why? Oh, because you want to grow faster. That makes sense, I guess. But I don't like it. Here's what we're going to do. We don't have enough... we don't have enough of this stuff to do it. Okay, so let's go up here and... we can put down a stone cutter. That gives us engineering experience and wealth and converts one of our... doesn't convert crap. No, we need the other thing for copper. This is limestone, though. I think this is going to be my next town. Right here. This will be a nice area. We'll get to then control like kind of all this whole area for this one town. This will be good. But not yet. Oh, I should talk about our new town. Klingard's Ridge. We can't actually take control of this. It is a vassal until it gets to 15 integration. It stays a vassal. Once it becomes a vassal, we can integrate it. It costs it'll cost a certain amount of government experience, and then we'll do it. And the game does a good job of trying to strike the balance between direct control towns and vassals. And actually, when we get to the next stage, there's some cool like mechanisms for government that allow you to either kind of build tall or build wide. But I want you guys all together for now. I want you healing up. I want you taking out barbarians, living life. This should be a lot easier now, I think. They are fully healed, fully backed up, but these guys hit a little bit harder. Oh yeah, and their defense is like double, so they don't die nearly as fast. Yeah, they take barely any damage. Just attacking walls this time, apparently. Alright, so we'll get it next turn. Nice thing about this, too, is technically, since we're in our area, we're going to heal a lot this next turn. It'll be great. News from abroad. The United States and China are now at war. So those are guys down here a bit, right? I mean, I think we ran into China down here, and we ran into the United States over here. So they must be kind of running into each other. Our wild hunters are up. We can unlock the bow hunter, which is good. This does nothing for me. And I need bow hunters to unlock my legacy, so I guess we're doing this. So we're going to have to pump out some bow hunters. Oh, it gives us a free bow hunter too. I did not know that. If I'd known that, I would have done that right away. I should have looked, because bow hunters are strong. They're strong. Still growing. Another bow hunter. Oh, or actually, well, no. You know what I want you to do? I want you to be a leader. Actually, can leaders be heroes? If just for one day? I don't remember. So I'm just going to put them in like this. I'll wait till the next age. Because I don't remember if you can upgrade heroes or leaders to heroes, or if once you become a leader, you can't become a hero. Which is not what we want. Yay! Ingenious Curio. Do we want 10 innovation or 100 wealth? We want the innovation. You can see up here, our innovation's +4. We're getting 4 per turn. But this, that gives us 14 per turn. It doesn't go away. It's not like you get a +10. You get a +10 per turn until you get an innovation. It just seems really strong to me. Especially since the innovations are pretty good. Like, they do things. Culture-wise, oh, we have to talk about one more thing here. I can't add another town here. I think we're just doing local reforms. Cutting edge is neat. It gives you 10 innovation. It's a nice thing to do when you don't have like a 14. If you have 4 coming in, you want to do a couple cutting edges. I think it's kind of cool. I think I'm just going to go back to local reforms for now. I can't really do anything else since that barbarian killed my outpost. We do have a new need. Once we hit level 6 population, our new need is housing. So we need to provide housing for our people. So we'll go ahead and put down a dwelling down here. And we're growing really quick. We do need a lot more production points though too, don't we? We do have our first engineering ability since we're getting 1.5 per turn. Public improvements just gives us 10 improvement points to use. Pioneers are 24. We need one of those coming up pretty quick. And he's going to go hang out up here. And it's going to be awesome. And I can't wait. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Man, there's just barbarians everywhere, isn't there? I guess we should take a look at them since technically... How much experience do you have? 34 or 40. He's almost a veteran. I wonder how much we get if we attack. Let's find out. I'm just going to fast forward through this. This is an easy fight. Oh, he's an archer. Oh, it's still an easy fight. What do you got now? 34... 36. Okay, so 2 more fights and he becomes a next level. That's cool. I like that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that, but we'll figure it out. guys want to do? I guess technically you'll be heroes in like 4 turns, so why don't you guys just rest? There is a timer. There's like a cooldown timer for spawning settlers. So even if you have a bunch of government experience, you can't do it every turn. You gotta wait for it to cool down. 4 more turns, and hopefully we enter the Age of Heroes. Well, we will enter the Age of Heroes unless things go bad, because we are winning, as you can see up here. Winning the battle for the Age of Heroes. Let's rest a turn. You guys head down to here. I will say one thing that this game has been that, like, we have not needed to defend our hometown much. I say that, and then it destroyed, like, the one thing I needed. But we haven't had to do it much. You know what I mean? We are not in the middle of a map having to be attacked by the AI in a bunch of different directions and such. I need bow hunters, quite frankly. I mean, I want the warfare experience. I want the diplomacy experience. I want the walls. But I want bow hunters because I need 5. If you can look up here. I need 5. Where am I? Come on. Wild hunters. It says bow hunters, 5. If you get 5, you get a +1 social fabric insight that's used in the 5th age and later on. And we get +1 exploration XP. So I do want to get 5 bow hunters so I can do this. And I think we got some time to do it, so let's do it. Once we get some more improvement points, we can build some more stuff too. I actually kind of wish there was a way to move your town. Because this provides food, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So if I could move my town to here, I wonder if I can, like, I can't. Because if I can move my town to here, maybe I should just put it there right away. Yeah. I mean, it basically gives you, like, when you upgrade this, instead of having 2 food, I mean, I can put wheat farms around here, I guess, and be fine. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What are you guys doing? Just resting? Yeah, let's go looking for a fight. We can raise a tribal army. It just gives us a war brand. Yeah, we don't need that though. I'll probably actually just... well, we're going to reform our government here in a second, I think. So we'll save up some of our government XP. Let's explore a little bit down here with these archers. We haven't really explored too much. We are fully healed, so I'm going to get this fight on. Maybe we could actually go up here and clear this once we get our heroes. Which should be now? Now. 2900 BCE, the Age of Heroes dawns. A hero unit spawns in your homeland. Send heroes to explore new quest landmarks for unique rewards and veterinary levels. I don't know why I keep calling them vets. They work on animals. Gain veterinary levels on your heroes to complete more difficult quests. Complete 4 quests to unlock the legendary Parthenon building. New governments are unlocked. Age of Heroes. So we get our hero. We can go on quests, and the arts domain is upon us. This is our hero. Who is he? He is Karna of Bankstonia. He is a line unit with 17 attack. 17 attack and 22 defense. He's level 1. He's super strong. And if we look up, we can see quests have spawned. There's a legend. There's a legend. There's a Dragon Gate. There's a legend. There's more over here. There's a pharaoh and a sacred regalia. And we can send our heroes far and wide doing quests. And quests are awesome. And they give you stuff. The only bad thing is, I don't think I can rename my guy. I wish I could rename him somehow. I want to rename him into something awesome, but it won't let me. So instead, we just go down and do this legend next turn. I can actually send him down here too, and with 2 archers, he can... God, he could take over this town. I might just do that instead of waiting up for the diplomacy. Let's go scout him out a little bit, actually, first. Because York has got, what? A palisade walls and 3 militia? You probably could. Let's take a look at this guy now. So he's our scout cavalry that's level 3, almost level 4. I can promote him to a hero for 10 experience. And so right now he is just a scout. He's a 620. Technically, I'm not adding the 1.8, etc., etc. But once we upgrade him to a hero, he becomes a 1722. It's Don Quixote, and he's off and ready to kick some butt. I actually think I can move you to help out. God, these guys are so slow. They're going to go down to help out the other fight. Who can upgrade here? Oh, he upgrades to a crossbow. Don't mind if I do. This is a strong army now. What did this turn into? I don't remember what it was before, but it's a 107 now. And does this guy still go up next turn, or does it reset his experience? Where's his experience? It did reset his experience. That's one thing that kind of sucks. He was one fight away from upgrading, so if I would have upgraded him, he would have moved into a level 4. But that's okay. Whatever. We'll deal with it. He does get a 40% defensive increase, which didn't mean for anything. He still died. And I want to see how much experience he does. 2 still? Yeah, 2 experience for that. And how about you, sir? Do you want to upgrade to a hero? Yes, but I need 10 warfare experience for that, so we're not going to do it yet. Yeah, whatever. Let's move. Okay, Age of Heroes gives us stuff like smelting and horses and construction and storytelling and glory and oracle and spirit chat, all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to go back and get community and belief first because I miss them and I want them. Let's see. Bankstony is clear again. What can we need here? Granary will give us a bunch of food. Food is definitely not what we're low on. Watch gives us unrest suppression. Right now we have +1 unrest. Are we at +1 unrest already? Oh, maybe we are. Well, anyways, we'll make it work. We can reform our government. Now, reforming your government... Oh, crap. What happened? Oh, I paid for it accidentally. I accidentally paid to increase... You could pay when it's close to like a certain amount of money. I did not mean to do that. But anyways. We did it. So our government's ready to be reformed. We can do a peaceful revolution or we can do a violent revolution. We're going to do peaceful. Yay! We're ready for a new Mormon government. And we get our choice of government. I don't know why I'm still playing. I was supposed to stop at the end of... Okay, this is the last turn here. So once you enter this age, you get to form a new 2 former governments. You can do Imperial Dynasty or Kingdom. And they give you great options to tell you exactly what they do. Imperial Dynasty focuses on big towns. Big towns. You get stuff like... you get a palace that is great. You can build one. It does things. All your housings get improvements. Sanitation, you get innovation, you get production for every 2 population in your region. You get knowledge for every 2 population. You get more buffs to your capital than your homeland. Kingdoms, they get less stuff for their homeland, for their capital. But what they do get is minus 30% spawn settlers. They get generates knowledge from vassals based on its population. Generates wealth from vassals based on its population. +5 vassal prosperity. Their vassals become super powerful and give them all kinds of stuff. And I like that. So I think I'm going to do that. Oh, do I want to do that? I don't know. So many choices. It's fun. It's fun to go tall. It's fun to go wide. I like them both. Maybe I'll do Imperial Dynasty this time. I usually do Kingdom because it's kind of fun. Because you do things and you get super powerful in your little kingdom here. But Imperial Dynasty has its perks, I guess. Region levels are nice. Production's nice. Knowledge is nice. It just gets so strong with Kingdom. You get ridiculous amounts. I don't know. Maybe that's a choice for another time. I'm going to save it there. Actually, I can't save it there. I'm going to try to figure it out. Oh, this also gives a +1 to all regional needs. I didn't never notice that before. What does this give? +1 to all regional needs. Does the same thing. All right, maybe this will do it. Culture, wealth, production, influence. Culture, wealth, production, influence. 2, 3, 4, 3. 2, 3, 5, 5. Food 4, housing 2, sanitation. Okay, yeah. So it's much harder. And homeland is knowledge improvement 322. 322. That's the exact same. 322. Okay. Oh, cheaper settlers, envoys, and spears. And this is, I don't know. We have big stuff. Do stuff. I choose kingdom. Can't stop me. I just did it. I choose seat of power. I choose reduction in spawn settler domain power, or because I'm going to be doing a lot of that. How much is it now? 26. That's much cheaper. I love it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it well. Okay, that's going to be it. How long before we get to integrate you? Oh, we can do it right now. We just need 25. How much do we get per turn? 3. We need a lot more. Well, you know what's going to happen? Oh, we're going to play one turn. One more turn. I'll show you why. One more turn because this is fun. Because this is what we get to do from now on. We get to do, again, it is the legend. And as Karna here does his first quest, local legend, we get 10 exploration XP, 10 combat XP. So we're just going to go and do a bunch of these and get, and that was a level 1. Level 2s, level 3s, they give you awesome rewards that do awesome things. So that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to do it next time. Thanks for joining us. We'll be trying to, assuming the audio worked for this, we're going to keep going with this playthrough and as we go. All right, appreciate it. Bye.